नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. My name is JVN Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you plant operation part 2, which is a part of dairy plant management. Now let's start the topic plant operations in dairy industry part 2. First is homogenization. In our previous session I teach you all about the pasteurization. In this session I teach you what is homogenization. Homogenization is basically a size reduction of a fat globule in the milk to the 2 micron meter. Then in the raw milk, fat is dispersed in this fashion, and in the cold raw milk after 1 hour the fat content is basically accumulated toward the surface of the milk, and in the homogenized milk during storage that is dispersed throughout the milk. Therefore homogenization is important. Then milk is an oil in water emulsion with the fat globule dispersed in a continuous skim milk phase. If a raw milk were left to stand, however, the fat would rise and form a creamy layer. Homogenization is a mechanical treatment of the fat globules in milk brought about by the passing milk under high pressure through a tiny orifice, which results in a decrease in the average diameter and an increase in the number and surface area of the fat globules. The net result from a practical view is much reduced tendency for creaming of fat globules. Three factors contribute to this enhanced stability of homogenized milk: a decrease in the mean diameter of the fat globules, a factor in Stokes law, and a decrease in the size distribution of the fat globules, and an increase in the density of the globules owing to the adsorption of a protein membrane. In addition, heat pasteurization breaks down the cryoglobulin complex, which tends to cluster fat globules, causing them to rise. Then this is a homogenization mechanism. There is the effects of two-stage homogenization on fat globule size distribution as seen under the light microscope. That is the unhomogenized milk, and then in first stage after homogenization the fat globule is clumps together, and in second stage fat globules particles or fat particles is dispersed throughout the milk and no clustering is there. August Galvin patent in 1899 consisted of a 3-piston pump in which product was forced through one or more hair-like tubes under pressure. It was discovered that the size of the fat globules produced were 500 to 600 times smaller than the tubes. There have been over 100 patents since, all designed to produce smaller average particle size with expenditure of a little energy as possible. The homogenizer consists of a 3-cylinder positive piston pump and homogenizing valve. The pump is turned by electric motor and through connecting rods and cranks. To understand the mechanism, consider a conventional homogenizing valve processing an emulsion such as milk at a flow rate of 20,000 liter per hour at 14 megapascal. As it first enters the valve, liquid velocity is 4 to 6 meter per second, and it then moves into the gap between the valve and the valve seat, and its velocity is increased to 120 meter per second in about 0.2 milliseconds. The liquid then moves across the face of the valve seat and exits in about 50 microseconds. The homogenization phenomena is completed before the fluid leaves the area between the valve and the seat, and therefore emulsification is initiated and completed in less than 50 microseconds. The whole process occurs between two pieces of steel in a steel valve assembly. The product may then pass through a second stage valve similar to the first stage. While most of the fat globule reduction takes place in the first stage, there is a tendency for clumping or clustering of the reduced fat globules. The second stage valve permits the separation of those clusters into individual fat globules. Then this is the effect of homogenization on the surface area and number of globules and diameter of the fat globule. Then surface layers. The milk fat globule has a native membrane picked up at the time of secretion made up of amphiphilic molecules with both hydrophilic and hydrophobic sections. This membrane lowers the interfacial tension, resulting in a more stable emulsion. During homogenization, there is a tremendous increase in surface area and the native milk fat globule membrane MFGM is lost. However, there are many amphiphilic molecules present from the milk plasma that readily absorb casein micelles and whey proteins. The interfacial tension of raw milk is 1 to 2 meganewton per meter, and immediately after homogenization it is unstable at 15 and shortly becomes stable for 3 to 4 as a result of the adsorption of protein. The transport of the proteins is not by the diffusion but mainly by the convection, and rapid coverage is achieved in less than 10 seconds but is subject to some rearrangement. Surface access is measure of how much protein is adsorbed. For example, 10 milligrams per meter square translates to a thickness of adsorbed layer of approximately 15 nanometer. Then tanks. The milk storage tanks are utilized to bring down warmth of milk during any process whenever essential. For example, milk's temperature is brought down right away and then instantly brought up to boil. And if the same procedure is useful in a normal tank, then the barrier may fall down due to such extreme changes in force in such a short time. The walls require having an appropriate layer of filling and also being thick sufficient to endure and pressure changes and the changeable temperatures for different treatment processes. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much for watching this video.